Hello, good afternoon, good morning. A lot of light. Anyway, A Book of Mornings by Raúl Niño. I met Raúl back in 1991, I believe it was 1992, in Mexico City. A Book of Mornings. Raúl Niño. For Gloria, Paz y Amor. Raúl Niño. December 2007. March. Abrazo Press, 2007. Abrazo Press, P.O. Box 2890, Chicago, Illinois. And Raúl says, I would like to thank Carlos Cumpian, Cynthia Gallagher, and Molly Soy Nai for their love and support in making this collection possible. It's here because of them. And some poems in this collection were previously published in New Chicano Writing, edited by Charles M. Tatum, the University of Arizona Press, 1993. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Rumi, 1207, 1272. CE. My dawn in your dusk. Your eyes close, mine open. Moon seduces oceans to fill your shores. Meanwhile, the gravity of lovers strolled freely, corralling history into the palms of fidelity. Soft laughter beneath your sky makes the long journey toward mine. My dusk and your dawn, my eyes close, yours open. The day begins so slow again. A molasses glow pours in through cloudy sky. Winter solstice recollects. Hours begin to stretch. Frozen ground gives way to magnetic north and south. Browny green begins to reach tulip bulbs and sturdy crocuses. Perennial etiquette. Filling in gaps between gray and mud. Two laughing boys chase each other, while above them acrobatic squirrels show off between branch and buildings. An almost forgotten song is heard. Migratory birds croon nomadic gossip. Sparrow songs measure this dim hour, while a stubborn moon still lows in the sky. A clipped thumbnail, remnant of a celestial manicure. Gradually light returns, naming all it touches, giving shape to this cyclical dream. Nothing is new, nothing is old. Each breath taken has been taken. Texture of skin dries and softens as an infant cries for his meal. Wind sows seeds as branches break and fall. Mountains turn to sand as oceans greet their arrival. There is nothing to lament. What the sages said still echoes. Listen, sparrows know this. Early rain through city windows makes puddles, makes music. Smell of wet cement, smell of grass and trees. Everything is living. I lay in bed thinking, perfect. This morning, as my wife slept, her car kissed her cat, kissed my arm with polite purring a feline whisper asking to be fed as summer air arrived through window through bedroom windows. I wanted to say something, but silence seemed the best response. Why argue with a cat? Glen Gold and Goldberg variations. A comfortable cushion and a soft rug. First cup of coffee and cigarette. Darkness leaves and light returns. Piece by piece, what I feel frames itself into a portrait of countless faces, so many names pooled into one. Above, congregations of clouds disperse in four directions. Evening's mass has ended. The final psalm arrives. This anointed hour spreads in hushed movement, continues giving, hallowed space always accepts. I was a tourist in my dreams, snapping photos with my eyes, cactus in foreground, green and brown mountains, cupping gilded horizons in earth's palm. I have walked through a forest of mesquite, tortured limbs populated with grackles, all smartened in their sheeny black, their beaks open, their sound echoing, and lest I forget, the sun dazzled everything. Last night ended this morning with sporadic restitutions offered to a porcelain deity, kneeling on chilled tiles while contemplative eyes of a cat paid witness to my submission. Another celebration heaving its way to a definite end. Darwin would surely be forced to reconsider his theory. Me on all fours. It's a good thing cats can't speak my language. Otherwise, I'd never hear the end. My hands are restless dreamers that awaken early, seeking your geography, two hardy explorers, hiking over valleys and hills of your warm terrain. They need no light. These faithful adventurers, memory guides them through receding shadows of familiar textures, soft nostalgia, their only goal. After the ritual is done, I leave in silent ceremony the society of sleep, into the dim glow of habit, each step a departure, an arrival. The breathing wood claims me, the breathing world claims me, an element. The Eucharist I pass through, an attachment. The candid bowing I attempt, no different than the next, a simple letting go into the infinitive dance. Moonless sky begins to change, hues blend, merge lines of ochre, heaven and earth divide. These palettes of insomnia are summer solstice hesitant shades. A restless night of desire is over. My lover sleeps in her foreign thoughts, loosely tucked between thin sheets, with the curve of her spine exposed to my memory, while the sovereignty of her bed drifts away. Landlocked, I watch as navigating light fills her room. Familiar patterns and textures return, clothes, furniture, and floor, waiting to be touched again. Days take on the character of an unmarried uncle, hesitant to linger too long. At such an early hour, such a late thought, as a Moorish moon searches for a prayer. Nordic clouds descend for a closer look, swift and low. Overhead, a wobbly V formation falls across the sky like loose string. I listen to the honks and squawks of these geese fade away, and the wind picks up, leaving a rain of leaves to bury my world in orc. From this small angle, a parcel of land shifts into view. Light warms lines of buildings, graffiti of trees against the glowing blue sky. I'm alone with a cup of tea, with a cup of coffee, and a hazy dream that begins at seaside. I watch a group of pigeons feed across the street, fed across the street. Then out of nowhere, joining them for breakfast, a gull lands. Feathers fly. There's a commotion. Who is this interloper? I imagine their exchange. The pigeons fly off. Gull looks around. I notice the sky's reflection in my cup. Inhaling measured darkness. They're all breathing. My wife, her cat, the African frogs, the house plants. Sound of a bathroom faucet drips from down the hall. One by one, each drop echoes through darkness. I dreamt of an island covered in falling snow, crashing waves blue and black. I dreamt of silent trees catching the snow, branches bow. I dreamt of a wooden house, there I would go, out from the storm. I dreamt of a path from seaside to house, alone I walked. I dreamt of crows perched as priests, heads turned to look. I dreamt of the wind, it called, I followed. First church bell sounds as dry leaves of oaks and elms sound a chorus touching a breeze. Above them, a prism of blue grows. I have sat here for hours to listen and look around my hand. Over the dust of this on this desk, sip my coffee that has cooled. The season has changed. Tilted once again, I wait longer. My feet turn back into thick socks, and the air smells like snow. I wake up early. Two leaves rustling in speech, and a piece of moon, like a half-shut eye, peeks through a bedroom window. A cat snores, paws moving in dreams, while my wife makes room for life deep within her, an inventory of cells gathering for the big adventure. I lay naked as these early miracles arrive in this room and around me, amazed that such things can be. It's quite a sight to watch the azure sky battling with a burning line of oak. Battalions of clouds disband into a sheet metal horizon. Blackbirds appear like shards of obsidian. Silent explosion of dawn almost unnoticed in this winter hour. My son wakes up before me, so early that robins still dream. He crawls over his sleeping mother, whimpering half words and scattered phrases. He pokes my shut eyes, pulls my ear with a strong grip, and makes a muffled cry, pointing into the darkness. I want to sleep a little more. Let my last dream pay itself out. My son has other plans. He wants to play. He wants his juice. He wants me to chase him. He wants to see the cat eat. This little person, who seems to have always been, hugs me, and I hug him down onto a couch in silence. Sleep finds him fast, and all I hear are his deep breaths and a robin beginning its day. Habits become necessity as old ones wander off. I awaken early, ears keen in the darkness, to sounds of swallows and robins who have busied themselves with instinct. I think of my son asleep in the next room, how he too will soon awaken, give into his instinct to cry out of sleep, call for arms to lift him. This thought, as small as it is, feels good, that I can do something as necessary as this, hold the child in my arms and whisper into his ears a soft good morning. Thank you very much. Thank you.